Hello, I'm Paul Hand, and a very warm welcome, badminton fans, to wonderful Guangzhou, China's former capital and third largest city of 13 million people, known as the City of Flowers, with its year-round bloom and pleasant temperatures. An hour or so flight from Hong Kong, located on the south of China on the northern rim of the Pearl River Delta, Guangzhou has established itself as a proud badminton city with an ever-growing passion for the sport. The China Gymnasium here playing host to the inaugural HSBC BWF World Tour Finals until 2021. This is a by invitation only level 1 event. Features the top 8 players and pairs on the World Tour this year, and if you've not had an invite, you're not coming in. The cream of the world badminton have descended on Guangzhou then for the 2018 showpiece, having fought it out over the season, with the tournament boasting one of the strongest lineups in its history. That's where we are. The action just about to get underway in glorious Guangzhou, China. We had a gala dinner Monday night where Players of the Year were awarded. Zheng Sui making his mark. What a year he's had. Refreshing change for the players to get out the glad rags and posh frocks. Marcus Fernaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sakamulyo and Huang Yaozhong receiving their Player of the Year awards. PV Sindhu and Yu Chi incidentally awarded for the best dressed. Nice for the players to relax before doing business. Well, there's a glimpse of the glinting trophy among the generous spoils up for grabs. Players competing for a total prize pool of $1.5 million US. They've all earned the right to vie for the World Tour's biggest jackpot, with the singles champions to trouser $120,000 US on Sunday. Doubles champions a check of $126,000 US, but of course that's shared. So they're all getting focused on grabbing the lucrative prize. Over the first 3 days, players start in 2 round-robin groups. Following the group stage, the top 2 ranked group players or pairs qualify for the semi-finals, after which a knockout draw will unfold from day 4. Day 1's evening session is all doubles delight on our generous order of play upcoming. That's the format, so we're clear. To get us underway on our order of play tonight, it's the Japanese world number 2s in mixed doubles, Watanabe and Higashino, vying to make it 3 wins in a row as they take on the Indonesian team of FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Then one of the popcorn matches of the day for me, a mouth-watering all-Chinese men's doubles clash from the group of death. World champions Li and Liu take on for the first time, unusually, the young fast risers Han and Zhao. They're freshly crowned last night as the most promising players of the year. Third up, we've women's doubles world champions Matsumoto and Nagahara looking to extend their three-love head-to-head grip over the Bulgarian Stoeva sisters. Following that, a Thai-Malaysian doubles clash in mixed doubles. That's up 4th. And then we round out the night session action with more Group B women's doubles. The Thai 4th seeds taking on the Korean 5th seeds for the first time. It's Kitty Harakul and Prajongjai. They are up against Lee So-hee and Shin Seon-chan of South Korea, world ranked 7th, the 5th team to qualify. So I hope you'll agree, a generous doubles bonanza in store for you this evening. My name's Paul Hand, great to have you along. Players backstage and making those last-minute preparations. Priority number 1 to come out and hit the ground running at this unforgiving elite level. All athletes, of course, eternal optimists by the very nature of living in pro sport. So it's all on the line in Guangzhou. Who will cap off their year in style and accelerate out of the blocks? As we take a look at our players, Lee So-hee and Shin Seon-chan there. So taking a look at the groups then, we'll be focusing on a matchup from Group B. The top 2 seeds separated immediately, and remaining teams drawn into their respective groups. You can see we're focusing on Group B this evening in our round robin. Up first between Yuta Watanabe and Arisa Higashino. They take on FAIZAL and Gloria Emmanuel WIDJAJA. So can the Indonesians do something they've never done before and oust their Japanese opponents, the top seeds at the top of that group? Zheng and Huang head Group A, as you can see over there. Again, both groups packed with world talent. Wetting the walk-on of the players, then always tense moments for any athletes desperate to put their front foot forwards. Some more quirky in their controlling rituals, seeking control over these kind of anxious pre-match nerves. With so much at stake, they will be very, very pensive, you'd imagine. There's a lot up for grabs. So, confirmation of the match that we'll be bringing you first up in this evening session action. Mixed doubles from Group B. Yuta Watanabe and his partner Arisa Higashino as the second seeds, taking on the sixth seeds. Here are the second seeds, marching out with authority. Watanabe's been a busy boy. He's also been involved in the men's doubles as well. Had a win earlier. We'll tell you more of that later. And there is FAIZAL and Gloria Emmanuel WIDJAJA. So they've got to do something different, having lost twice to these opponents. What can they muster tonight? Arisa Higashino, 22 years old, a right-hander. 5'3" she stands, quite short, but very, very explosive and quick around the net, make no mistake. Diminutive in stature, but take her lightly at your peril. Head-to-head, there we are. 2-0 for the Japanese top seeds, as you kind of anticipated. But in their last showing at the Victor China Open, the most recent clash 3 months ago, they were taken the distance by the Indonesians. They won 21-16 in that deciding game. So that bodes well for the team in black, having lost in June in the Malaysian Open to this very pairing in straight games. This 3 months ago they took a game. Now will this evening be their first win over the seeds? That will unfold shortly. They've all earned the right to vie for the World Tour's biggest jackpot here, with a mixed doubles champions check of $126,000 US. Runners up 60,000 US. And they're all focused on grabbing that lucrative prize. There's no doubting that. As we take a look at our athletes. Very tall athlete, Gloria WIDJAJA, or is that just because she then moved close to Higashino? So taking a look at the seeds first then, after displaying a sort of mediocre form last year and earlier this year, the Japanese suddenly upped their game, winning the All England, beating all expectations there, and having overcome several top pairs along the way, including Zheng and Huang. There is FAIZAL, 24 years old, currently ranked 12th in the world. But make no mistake, they are sixth seeds here. It's all about the World Tour rankings. That's why they are here. Their highest rank has been 7th in the world. 24 years old, Hafiz is his partner, Gloria Emmanuel WIDJAJA, I must say, same age, from Bekasi in Indonesia. They've had a pretty good year, promised much with the Thai Open victory in mid-season, where they beat the Adcocks from England in the final there, but they couldn't build on that success. They had other notable performances, reaching the semi-finals of the Malaysian Masters and the Indonesian Open as well. And 3 other notable quarter-final showings at the All England, Korean Open and Hong Kong Open for the team in black. Arisa, 22 years old, right-handed from Hokkaido in Japan, playing off that career high ranking, these two. Won the All England Open together, as I said earlier. That was their big title win this year. Also took the Hong Kong Open title as well more recently. Semi-final showing in Malaysian Open and the Japan Open as well, as we take a look at the left-hander on the court, 21 years old, Yuta Watanabe. the only player he is this season to qualify in 2 events, 2 disciplines, if you will. Qualified in men's doubles with Hiroyuki Endo, their biggest triumph this season. They won the Korean Open together in men's doubles in September. Hello to Hu Long Hu, our Chinese umpire, and his service judge opposite. Salmon or Man Fong. So our athletes are pretty much ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, FAIZAL and Gloria Emmanuel WIDJAJA, Indonesia. And on my left, Yuta Watanabe, Arisa HIGASHINO, Japan.
Will they have their way again for a 3rd consecutive time over this team in black?
Arisa HIGASHINO. Level. Play. Love.
Oh, terrific. That's his signature shot. Little dropper there from Yuta Watanabe. He was out at the start of the year with a back injury. Came back very strong at the All England, the 21-year-old with his partner. Big hall, rather cool conditions, has to be said. It's about sort of 10, 11, maybe 12 degrees outside. And of course, it's a cool hall, a big hall. It means it's a slow playing hall. So expect slightly longer rallies in that regard. Unforced error there from FAIZAL, but he just opting to change the shuttle. Obviously took his eye off this one. Looked like easy pickings, but just a momentary lapse. Can't believe it, can he?
It's over. 3-2.
Had a win already in men's doubles, Watanabe. So he'll be settled in that regard. Oh, he loves that, doesn't he? Little slice drop. He's outstanding at it, so deceptive. So deadlock on the scoreboard then, early doors here. He can race to the mid-game interval with authority. You can see already it's tough to kill the shuttle. Extended rallies and players probing. Moving the other team, trying to hunt the space on the court. Tough to kill it. Nicely done.
It's over. 4-all.
Although it's early doors, the underdogs, relative underdogs I should say, all good, very good players, good teams at this level, of course. This is the cream of the crop. against the tall Indonesian to serve. Mistake there, though. She won't be enjoying that one. Finding it tough to hold on to that meager lead that they had momentarily. Brilliant, electrically quick at the net. Melissa Higashino complements her partner so well. Look at that, insistent on the front foot, got it down nicely. Smiling assassin.
Over 7-6.
Blessing for these guys that they were in perhaps the, some would say, slightly easier group, possibly, with the top seeds being in Group A, but this, of course, running right into the fire, having to take on the might of the second seeds from the off. FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Oh, great defensive turnaround there from FAIZAL. Smiling, the default facial setting for Higashino normally. Shame, he'd worked the point so well. But it's the Indonesians here with a decent start. They'll be pleased with their work so far. Of course, Japanese badminton really on the rise after sort of more than a decade in hibernation, really. Japan has come back significantly stronger. Their fierce club competition has really produced strength and depth throughout. These two advocates of that. Oh, nicely done. WIDJAJA there intercepting, so quick to pounce and close the front court down. Look at this. Well played. Excellent.
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds.
Got a nice calm demeanour. Still-eyed gaze of a woman very focused. Oh, nicely done. Found the space on the court.
7.
So a 3-point lead for the relative underdogs here. The 6 seeds, things looking up. Just 1 point away from the turn here. Seeds under pressure, the second seeds, I should say. Oh, nicely done.
It's over. 8, 10.
So deceptive, isn't he, the left-hander? Oh, that's a clever little turnaround. Gloria WIDJAJA there had a couple of opportunities to bury the smash, but unable to put a lid on the point. Came back and haunted them. So the second seed still just a point adrift here rather than 3 points adrift. That's a poor misjudgment from FAIZAL there. Paid the price. So deadlock again in the opener. Higher seeds doing well to haul this back round. So in the end, it is the Indonesians, FAIZAL and WIDJAJA, that just keep their noses in front as they head to the turn. 11-10 opening game. Well, a deserved lead, some would say. They've managed a consecutive run of points of 4, FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. A good start for them. Japanese camp barking out the instructions. Well, it was that run of points from 6 to 10 for the Indonesians that really stood them in good stead. Can they build from here? Oh, super point from HIGASHINO there. So quick with the flat hard drive into the body of WIDJAJA. Deadlock again. Tight opener this. Flick serve just spilt long. Like the idea. Now can the greyhound lean Gloria WIDJAJA build on the solitary 1 point lead? That is superb from WATANABE, who really is just the master of deception in doubles, isn't he? Such a tough young man to read. Doing very well to keep the pressure on the Japanese duo. Enjoying these slow playing conditions. Nicely done. Beautiful touch. A little slip on the court there for the shortest player, HIGASHINO. Building the point nicely. WIDJAJA unable to get the first smash away, but that second one beautiful. Dropped like a stone. Tall and imposing. Long levers. Oh, so quick at the flat hard drive. They love those kind of exchanges, the Japanese, don't they? So nibbling away at the deficit they have been throughout. A very good serve.
Service over 15-14.
Been rock solid so far, the team in black.
Service over. 15-18.
There it is again. How about that? He looked like he was going to go lights out of that one, didn't he? And throttle it.
15-all.
Quite the other extreme. Remarkable deception. WIDJAJA was sold on the big banger. Oh, almost the perfect turnaround by HIGASHINO there, but denied again by FAIZAL, who kept on the front foot throughout. So quick in the front court here. Have a look at this. Tangled right up into the right armpit there, wasn't she? So still the 1-point lead. Aren't they doing well to hold on here? Indonesian fans delighting at the moment.
17-15.
Now a little bit of a cushion for the team in black. Can they hold on? Should be unhappy with that one. That'll go down as an unforced error. So the lead increases to 3 at the sharp end of this opening game. Good communication between the Indonesians and some fine badminton from both teams, has to be said. Trouble is, when you've got such a good slice drop, it's difficult to know where to base yourself in playing against it for the team in black. He's been menacing overhead, has WATANABE, but he's not seen quite enough of them for his liking. Beautiful play. WIDJAJA so quick in the front court there, taking all the pace out of the final shot. Super, look at this. HIGASHINO, they thought they had the upper hand there, but it came back.
That is over 17-19.
Well, they had a run of 3 points just prior to the mid-game interval, the Japanese. They need to do so here. Oh, HIGASHINO hunting the shuttle in the front court so nicely. Moving so quickly here, just reading the plays. Well, she tried to get involved there as well.
20, game point, 18.
But FAIZAL watching the shuttle very closely to bring up a couple of game point opportunities for the 6th seeds. Yeah, just popped it up too high there. Pay the price for that one. Watanabe contorting his elastic frame, but unable to get that back.
Game.
Super game. It's the underdogs, the 6th seeds, FAIZAL and WIDJAJA, who take the opening game, 21 points to 18.
18.
Cara dia bergerak memang dia cepat, tapi dia sebenarnya semua motong-motong. Jadi kalau lu yakin ya lu tinggal drive balik serang, kalau enggak ya lu dingin aja.
Tapi kalau misalkan ini kan dia kan saya ngangkat lurus, si Wita biasanya nembak gue lurus terus biasanya gue bantingnya lurus, nah itu udah jagain lurus kan. Nah ini gue belokin lu siap.
Ya. Pokoknya kalau nggak ke body, gini. Andai kata lu kasih setengah, dia pasti kebanyakan nyodok tuh tong. Dari si glow service kebanyakan cowoknya manjang terus tuh. Ya. Jadi lu mainin jangan aku. Kayak tadi kencang-kencang keren, ya enak lu digituin dia. Tapi kalau kita lagi defense, yakin aja, pede aja. Nggak ada masalah kok.
Caught to 20 seconds. Caught to 20 seconds. Back to chair.
Well, Watanabe and Higashino then, having been denied the opening game, had to come through in 3 close games at the recent Victor Open in China, of course, 3 months or so ago.
Play.
Now, these two will have been buoyed by the fact that they took a game there off of the higher seeds. Can they continue in that vein? Oh, Gloria WIDJAJA, take a bow. So quick to pounce all over that. Mesmerizing point from the off, that one. One of the longest rallies of the match. But look at the way she closed here, read the play, got on the front foot, and was on a mission. 37-shot rally, terrific. Nice tight serve.
Lock.
Now they can ill afford a run of points to the Indonesians at this stage, you'd imagine, who themselves can play slightly more expansively now, with the buffer of the game under the belt. Oh, nice! Terrific court awareness from Gloria WIDJAJA, and Watanabe giving it his all, full-length dive, but unable to return the shuttle in the end. Look at that, got it down so well there and dictating thereafter. Leaving it all out there. Well done. She's been a real force at the net, has Gloria WIDJAJA. Oh, nice. They are just owning this right now. Momentum really in favour of the slender underdogs here. Can they do something they've never done before and get to the W against these two? On the board at last in game 2. Yes, closing so quickly to ensure that one. There's a real energy. He's up the ante, that's for sure, has Watanabe. Great defense from Hafiz there. Oh, brilliant from WIDJAJA at the net. Imposing tall, really using her languid, long frame to pile the pressure on. Can they hold on is the question on everybody's lips back home. Well, that'll go down as unforced, that error. She'll be disappointed with that, but delight for all Japanese fans. They have blended just that little bit more effectively so far, FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Can Higashino find a way to get more involved in the front court? Service fault. Now these are worrying times for the second seeds here in mixed doubles. Under the cosh. Good flat hard drive there off the backhand of Higashino. Just got it done. Nibbling away at the scoreboard deficit. It's a must-win game for them. Luckily, with this round-robin format, of course, each of the teams have a little wriggle room. You'd imagine one loss would be kind of acceptable, and then they have to win the next 2 within the 14 group. But this is certainly one that these guys didn't expect to win, but they came out here utterly believing. They have looked resilient and resolute in their focus from the off. Oh, obvious directing the traffic to Higashino there. A lot was Hafiz FAIZAL. And pummeling that final shuttle to the floor here. Look at the variety and the steep angle that he's creating with these smashes. Terrific work from him. Blending just that little bit more efficiently tonight, these two. 4-point cushion. There's a swagger about them now. They've got Lady Luck on their side as well. Now, can they do something that they didn't manage to do very effectively and get to the turn quicker in game 2? That'll go down as unforced error. Pressure, the scoreboard strangling him. 11-5 to the turn then. It's the Indonesians who snatched the opening game with the advantage in game 2 as well.
Kalau bola enak nggak apa-apa, lu totok dulu baru lu pendek, itu nggak apa-apa. Sama ingat, dari lu kotak sebelah kiri, setiap kali lu dismash tau kan kita bawahnya kakaknya banting tuh. Lu banting ya nggak usah ragu-ragu, jadi banting aja kencang sekalian. Nah dia siap tuh, cowoknya pasti nembak lu tuh lurus.
Kalau nggak nembak kecop.
Ya, dia kan kalau lagi defend gini, pasti dia kesini dulu tuh tong. Kalau lu bisa lu balikin gitu, kalau nggak lu mau ngangkat juga nggak apa-apa, tapi bolanya siap.
押してカウンターされるとか2人の準備も必要だし、じゃあ逆に前行っても小競り合いの準備も必要だし、そこだけ乗り越える、その場面で相手サーブの時だけ乗り越えるとか、もう一回ちょっとそこから形できるから、そこまで我慢してるもう一回気持ち切り替えて、まだチャンスあるんや、頑張れ頑張れ。
Well, nearly half an hour of action unfolding here on court 2, and these two with their work cut out. 6 points adrift in game 2 in a must-win game for them. It's the two Indonesians with a stranglehold over this one so far, and there's no sign of let-up, or is there?
6-11.
Oh, she has played really good badminton match so far, WIDJAJA. Look at the focus. You can see it in the eyes, can't you? She is so resolute in that regard. Another moment of brilliance from Watanabe. They've been few and far between, though. Well, they have had a couple of lucky moments, and it all helps, doesn't it, when you're up against it. They've also had a run of 5 points more significantly in game 2, these two. So that was right at the start of the second game. Having to work very, very hard and go to the trenches now. Watanabe, Higashino there. That was a tough, grueling point, but managed to hold on. Still 5 points adrift. There's not a lot of leeway here. Two in a row, and a guttural roar of approval as well. Can they haul it back to level, this scoreboard now? Well, these are nervy moments. Certainly they are believing more, the Indonesians, there's no doubting that. That's gone as well. To take a little skip to get out of the way of that descending shuttle. So a 5-point lead for FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Usually spilling error in the flat hard drives department, Watanabe. So 5 points away from what would be quite an upset. Maybe getting a little tight. Hafiz FAIZAL, time will tell. Well, having won the All England Open earlier in the year, they really do believe, the team in white. There's no doubting that. Does Hafiz FAIZAL. That's 3 unforced errors have spilt from his racket. The man in black perhaps getting a little tight. Well, they've hauled this back round nicely. That's 3 consecutive Japanese points. Beg your pardon, 4 in a row for the team, the far end. They're a lot more proactive now, really hunting the shuttle and getting on the front foot throughout. 5 consecutive points for these 2 second seeds, really fighting back with all their might. 16-11 to 16-15. Is this where it turns? Or can these 2 stay on the front foot? It's an outstanding shift in gears from Watanabe and Higashino. They have brought parity to game 2. A run of 6, and there's just a blur of white at the top of your picture. Highly animated, really getting pumped up. Now these 2 have to raise the bar because it's all been a little passive. It started with those few unforced errors from Hafiz FAIZAL, and suddenly they've lost their way. The playmakers now, look at them, they are rampant. 7 in a row. They break to the front in the must-win game. String goes, and perhaps that is why he netted that smash. Anxious moments, cold moments. It's cold in the hall today. Eight consecutive points for the second seeds. They've regained their mojo. They found it. Back with a vengeance for Watanabe and Higashino. Can they hold on? 9 in a row from 16-10 down. It's the energy that they've brought. And suddenly now, how about this? Who would have thought this 5 or 8 minutes or so ago? 10 in a row. Surely that'll bode well moving into game 3, should they just cross this line here. 4 game point opportunities. Well, they withstood a spirited challenge, but you sense now that is momentous. 21-16, the Japanese duo snatch game 2.
集中が相手のサーブとフォアフォアの突きリードめちゃくちゃいい。だからそのサーブ方面の3球目だけしっかりこのイメージだ。
Buangannya ya jangan ragu-ragu bro, sama bro harus megang jaganya ya sama aja kayak tadi, manjang-manjang pendek. Jadi tadi kebanyakan cuma buang banyak poin ini aja ya. Balik lagi yuk, gimana? Jangan nyerah yuk.
Belum aku.
Dan bengong. Terus santai, terlalu pelan-pelan kali tadi. Soalnya kan poinnya kan satu kayak satu. Pelan.
Watanabe, Higashino take to the court. They were staring down the barrel in game 2. They were 10-16 down in that must-win game. They turned it around remarkably with 11 consecutive points. Here we are, the start of the decider. Buckle up. Look at the energy. They're everywhere at once. Ghostly speed now. They have been let out of jail. Little loss of concentration in game 2 at 16-10 by FAIZAL. And suddenly they were in. Now, can these guys flush that away and regroup and move forwards? Super cross shot there from FAIZAL. Forehand drive was supreme. Higashino not got the reach to get that one. Caught under the umpire's chair. That was sublime. That's what he needed at the back end of the second game. He's found some of the magic potion again, has Hafiz FAIZAL, and just as well. His mental skills were questionable at the back end of game 2. It seems he's put that behind him and he's moving forward now nicely. Can he hold on to this run here? Getting up so high to increase the angle of the smash. Not necessarily the pace. Very effective. String break. Well, she's looked a little perplexed there, didn't she? They had the driving seat of the point. So, deadlock on the scoreboard again in this opening evening session match. Well done. WIDJAJA intercepting again. Good round head action there from the tallest lady on court. Right through the middle, the corridor of doubt there.
5-4.
WATANABE strong arming through that point. Good changes of speed, direction and pace. Oh, beautiful. Straight smash. Found its mark. Fist pumping as well. Trying to create the energy and hold on to that energy moving forward. That's what good doubles is all about. Breaking to the front in this decider. Nicely now. Yeah, popped it up too high. Higashino's not going to miss that. Well, a wry smile breaks across the face of Gloria WIDJAJA. Oh, a lung buster of a point. That is stunning badminton. How about that? Stopped the run of momentum there, did the Indonesians, to 4 points for the Japanese. Denied 5. Just spilling over the back line. Now, can they hold on and dig deep here? Oh, nicely done from WIDJAJA. Both players floored. Down but not out. So a 2-point advantage for the second seeds now. Can FAIZAL and WIDJAJA find a way to continue more points like that? That's what they need. Just over here, you've missed some.
Play.
loving the warming red look to the court. Super play. She has been deadly in that front court. Absolutely brilliant. So a run of 2 consecutive points now for FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Can they continue in that vein? Do they really, really believe they can beat the second seeds? You'd have to say not. What we saw in game 2 with that 16-10 lead, they really lost their way and lost 11 straight. That really does sort of slap them round the face rather hard, frankly. They have regrouped very, very well. There's so little between them on the scoreboard, but to get to the W, we will soon see them under scrutiny again. Higashino delighting her partner with her endeavour there. She's been industrious, keen in the front court, but up against it. They've had their work cut out, there's no doubting that.
Service over, 9-10.
5-3.
Japanese were 9-6 up moments ago, lost their way a little. That's good play. 11-9, they head to the mid-game interval then, the senior seeds. Watanabe and Higashino with the 2-point advantage.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Court back to the seat. Play.
10 minutes shy of an hour. The action unfolding here from Guangzhou. HSBC BWF World Tour finals unraveling before our eyes on day 1.
Service over, 10-11.
Nice tight serve from FAIZAL there. Such a strong, powerful athlete, keeping the angle in his knees to explode either way after the serve. Unforced error from Higashino. She hates that one. She'd love a do-over. Brings parity to the scoreboard. 2 in a row for the Indonesians now. Momentum swaying all over the place on a regular basis here. Longest rally of the match for sure. Oh, there it is. Arms aloft from the Indonesian pair. Both teams so invested in that rally. That was an absolute lungbuster. And one in which the Indonesians were absolutely insistent on coming through. Now, look at that, 109 shots. How about that? Well, psychologically, to the losing team in that rally, that is like a kind of little mini war in itself. How will they react to losing that point? Watanabe unable to get the smash away. Both teams immaculate in defense. Higashino halfway through that last rally on the floor. Regrouped, continued. Brilliant. FAIZAL and WIDJAJA backing up, holding on to all of the good work that they just invested in. Four points in a row for the Indonesians right now. Can they make it 5? No, they can't. That's a terrific return of serve from Arisa Higashino. So quick to pounce on that, so decisive with the way she opened the court. It's gone. Perhaps a little fatigue setting in. It's been a very physical contest in a slow, cool, big hall with very little drift, to be fair. Deadlock again in this very tight opening match. Oh, it's a treat here in Guangzhou. It doesn't get better than that. Terrific badminton. That is stunning from both teams. The Japanese duo floored afterwards. Look at this. Another 50-shot treat here. FAIZAL managing to find the slender hole on the court in the end. Both teams going for the towels. This is grueling. So hard to get the shuttle away in these slow conditions. But it makes for some terrific long rallies. Now, can they do something they didn't manage to do and hold on to that lead? They had a 16-10 one in game 2, really lost their way. Super play, super deceptive. Hammered it straight down the line, did Watanabe there. That was cool and calculated. He is like a live wire. Look at that. WIDJAJA sold to the left.
15-14.
You sense they need a generous cushion to get across the river to victory, these two. Watanabe, Higashino, ever menacing.
Service over 15-all.
Now, will pressure of the moment tell on the Indonesians as it did in game 2, or will they stay firm? Oh, brilliant. Had to go that way with Higashino floored.
15.
This has been an extremely physical and mental contest. Higashino there just unable quite to get enough traction on the court to really throw herself after this last one. FAIZAL doing a good job strong arming his way through. So it's a slender 1-point lead here in this tight contest. Just the other side of an hour played. Indonesians with serving advantage. It was the cross block from the backhand from Watanabe there that really did the damage. What a turnaround that was. They're under a lot of pressure there. And he was super deceptive. Just getting out the magic potion in the nick of time. Now then, deadlock again. Who is going to blink first in this decider? She's found the line. Immediate delight, like young children at Christmas. Oh, hang on, we've had a challenge. We're going to go upstairs for the first time in the match, I believe, which is unusual. Good time to use it, though. Indonesians unconvinced by the lack of call. Well, Hawkeye just taking a while to boot up. Chance for a sit down. Perhaps someone's pulled the plug out of Hawkeye. Nervous moments these, the players just want to get on with the action. Just trying to sort of bound around to keep the blood flowing. Here we go. Yep. A correct non-call as the serve kisses the edge of the line.
17-16. Play.
So the Japanese breaking to the front in this tense deciding game. Super play from the ever menacing Higashino at the net. they've had a few of those now. Generally, these pros tend to sort of let it ride, and you know, you can't let that cloud the concentration and interfere, but they have had a few lucky net breaks, the Indonesians. So the 2-point lead becomes a slender 1-point lead. He is absolutely devastated with that miss. He was driving the point so nicely, Watanabe there. Now that he could pay a heavy price for. Furious with himself after that miss. Walking around feverishly, just trying to dismiss it. He's got to move forward and flush that one away. Had it right where he wanted it, perhaps a little low. See the reaction. Deadlock again. What next? Two unforced errors from Watanabe. Who'd have thought that? Indonesian delight. FAIZAL just almost gesturing to himself, right, calm down. You know, we're driving this one now. 2 points away they are now, FAIZAL and WIDJAJA. Can they do something they've never done before? Is it third time lucky for the Indonesians? How about that for a turnaround? The smile from Gloria WIDJAJA says it all. Terrific badminton from the Indonesians. And with it, they bring up 2 match point opportunities. How about that? Finding the hole on the court. Higashino denied with buckling power on coming. Now, is their time up in this tight opening match? Drama unfolding to the max here on court 2. Crowd responding nicely.
Ladies and gentlemen, court 1, mixed doubles. Zheng Siwei, Huang Yazhou, China.
Just having to wait the introduction of the court 1 athletes, top seeds in mixed doubles, making their way to the court. They're taking on Alison Smith of England, the sole Europeans in the discipline. 2 match point opportunities here then for Gloria WIDJAJA and FAIZAL. They've done it. That's an upset. The number 2 seeds in mixed doubles go down to FAIZAL and WIDJAJA, who prevail in a punishing encounter. What a match that was. 21-18, 16-21, 21-18. A long, grueling, attritional affair in a very slow arena. 68 minutes it took. That is a heady win for the 6th seeds, beating the Japanese 2nd seeds for the first time in their career. Came into the match trailing love 2 head-to-head, but that is a fine win. This is how they did it. Gloria WIDJAJA insistent at the net. Lovely moments. Congratulations to the Indonesians coming through what was a very, very close affair. They'll be pleased with their win, and their opponents, you'd imagine, will find a quiet corner to lick their wounds. 21-18, deciding game. FAIZAL and Gloria WIDJAJA come through in the opening mixed doubles.